So, what's up, guys? I actually have something kind of special today. I know previously I did a Stalker 2 video where I was just kind of like walking around and rambling just a bit. And I was on the Stalker 2 Nexus page a couple days ago and noticed this new mod called Desolation. And it's supposed to be like a major gameplay overhaul for Stalker 2. And I noticed that it was extremely ambitious, and it's probably the most work I've seen done on the game so far as modding goes, especially without like access to the SDK or any kind of like tools for it. So I figured I might show it off some and let you guys know what I think. So the overall idea with Desolation is that it's supposed to be some kind of global overhaul. So the idea is that while the story so far anyways hasn't had any real modifications, the gameplay is where it's going to get hit hard. So it's more focused around survival and a little bit of realism. If you're going to compare it to other Stalker mods, think more something like Misery over something like Anomaly, whereas Anomaly is more of a sandbox with the maps of all three games, and then you've got the survival mechanics on top of it. Desolation is going to be more like Misery for Call of Pripyat, so where the base game is still there, but you're going to see a lot of new items, a lot of changes within the gameplay to make it more difficult, feel a bit more tactical. You've got to approach your situations differently. You can't medkit spam, that sort of thing. You're going to notice that traders are a little bit stingier with what they can sell you and what they're willing to buy from you. You have to plan out your shop visits more. You might also notice that as you progress through the game, you're going to get access to better items, but most traders won't have an abundance like they normally would in the vanilla game, where you can just buy a little bit of everything. You'll also notice certain traders like Birch that sell outfits, they'll have attachments for your gear now, like little backpacks that you can do and put in your artifact slots to boost your carry weight. You'll notice that some of the traders that go out and sell guns aren't going to have a lot of stock and weapons. It's going to be very, very basic weapons until you can move up a little farther in the game and kind of find a better arsenal among the stalkers. It's like the world itself, the traders, the stalkers, everything they use is evolving with you. You'll start to notice that you can't really afford to play like me, where you just kind of wander around aimlessly. Everything is a little more dangerous now. You can't get caught in anomalies and hope to survive sometimes. You can't do like me and wander through the red forest just because it's probably not going to work out for you the same way. It is a lot more unforgiving, and you really have to think about every choice you make now. But it's not all dark. Something that does come with all this added difficulty are a few things that maybe increase your convenience in the zone. You're going to start finding technicians that have things like repair kits for your armor and weapons, cleaning kits. You're also going to notice here that you've got new items, new pieces of gear like suits with their own upgrade paths. And apart from some of these new pieces of armor, you're also going to find things like earlier with the backpacks. You see new aid items. You're going to see drugs, cigarettes that you can smoke. You're also going to find a lot of miscellaneous parts, so like junk, damage detectors, artifact containers, sort of like how you would in Anomaly or in Misery, where you've got a bunch of miscellaneous items that you can typically just trade for some pocket change. And yeah, you could say it's junk or whatever, but I think it really adds to the immersive effect, and it incentivizes looting. It also incentivizes going and looking for stashes now, because in the base game, really most stashes are just, a bottle of vodka, then maybe some medical supplies or ammo. Most of them don't really have anything unique. Well, now you can find some unique miscellaneous items, or you can find pieces of armor that weren't there before, or even weapons and modifications, because all of the stashes have also been overhauled. And so it kind of makes you want to actually go out and look for them now. Something else you'll notice is that your combat encounters have to be planned out better. You can't run and gun quite as much, because if you do take a lot of damage, your medkits won't heal you instantly. The same thing with bandages. Bleeding is more effective now, so you can bleed out very, very quickly. The inverse of that, though, is that enemies are less likely to grenade spam you now. Late game variation is a lot better. You're not going to get a bunch of exo spam where every monolith soldier you fight is in an exo. Same thing with ward. You're going to find just regular stalker gear on a lot of them now, or like lower ranking kind of gear. So it definitely balances out that way, and it makes combat more inviting. And I don't want to spoil anything because there's still quite a bit of new items that you can find out in the game. But I did want to show off a few of the new things that were added, like a few new pieces of armor and some of the miscellaneous and new aid items that you can find in the game. So like right here we're going to look at a couple different pieces of gear, including the classic Siva suit from the original games. And then here we're going to go and check out a few of the new miscellaneous items that you can just kind of go and sell and just read up on, because a few of them are kind of interesting reads. And then we're also going to take a look at a few of these new aid items, like the cigarettes, the new energy drink types, or like something like the caffeine tablets that are going to play a big role in the way the sleeping and eating system has been overhauled. So we've been talking about the mod now, but what about the future? Because, like I said earlier, the mod tools are pretty limited, if existing at all, and there's no access to the SDK, so there's not a whole lot that can be done right now. But currently planned, there's a radiation sickness rework. He's got sleeping mechanics expanded upon. He's looking into adding NPC chatter within the Stalker network, which if you've played Anomaly, you'll know what that is. Overhauling some of the storage, the technician stuff. Reworking the weapons, like adding in fully functional arsenals. Like, there's a lot going on here in the future, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I've been absolutely impressed with the mod so far. It definitely justifies a brand new playthrough. Something else that's been working on that I was actually talking to the mod author about is he's found out how to at least partially implement brand new NPCs and give them like trading functions. So we might see those in the mod here in the near future as like actual brand new NPCs doing things out in the open. We also mentioned talking about having artifact hunters added. You'll notice in game now that one of the changes made is like a duty will be working with Dictyra's core. Like, there's just so much brand new content being added in this mod. Please go check it out. Do yourself that favor this weekend. Go download it. Go endorse this thing. Give it a try, because it's been absolutely fantastic.